Alright everybody, it is that time you've all been waiting for. My build challenge Got Crabs is over. I've gotten over 15 builds submitted for this challenge, which is absolutely insane, and we are going to go over every single one of them in as much detail as we possibly can. We're going to test out a wide variety of all of their stuff and go into them in detail, going from their visuals, how they operate, and even just trying out how the crabbing operation is done. So by the end of this video, you will also be getting to see who has won. I've had a vote going on in my Discord server where users in the Discord server are able to actually go and vote for which build they think deserves to win, and that vote actually gets added on to my scores, and then the winner is decided from that. The winner on the votes done by the users on my Discord will get a community favorite award, and the winner of all of it will get a role special for this challenge on my Discord, as well as a $25 Steam gift card. There will also be timestamps in this video, so you don't have to go through and watch the entire thing because I know it's long. Trust me, I know I had to edit it all, but I really hope you all enjoy, and we'll get right into it. Alright, here to kick it off for our very first submission, we have the FV Tucho. This one is by Deer180. Let's go check it out. So we're just at the back here. I really love these little buoys. They've got the little flag on them, which is pretty cool. I like seeing that on top, so you can kind of see it from farther away. We got some crab crane controls back here, as well as a little hopper. So let's go inside, and let's try and get some lights on. Let me turn my volume down. And let's see if we got some lights. Deck lights, there we go. We'll turn on nav lights, and interior lights, and instrument lights. There we go. Alright, really nice little helm room in here, so let's go down here. We got some equipment there, as well as some breakers, which are already all on. Really nice little cabin inside. Got some nice details here, a little bed. Some really nice little, what the hell are these called? Drawers, as well as like a little fridge kind of thing, maybe another drawer. And then some seats. It is nice to remove those labels from the seats. Then we got temperature and a clock. And really nice little table here with a little cup and some more equipment. So let's go ahead on back upstairs. What do we got here? We got flare and transponder key, so we won't be messing with that. I really do like the kind of simpler look on this boat, but it's also really detailed at the same time. Even back here, we got like little bits of rust and stuff coming down from those. I love all the spotlights all angled up here. That looks awesome. So a lot of really good details all along this thing, really making it just a really nice craft in general. I also am a big fan of the paint job. I love the kind of simple blue. It's got some little different paint in there to make it look a little bit more worn. And then the little stripes at the front look really nice as well. So we'll just actually get driving this thing now and see how it works. And this is actually the second time I've done this one, so it might seem like I know where stuff is a little bit more, because my computer decided that I did not need the first files, and so it just deleted them for me and put them somewhere, I don't know, so I had to redo the first two submissions, which made me super happy. Alright, so let's go ahead and just dump that. Oh, we need fuel and coolant, that would probably help. Let's make sure we have all of that off. There we go. Perfect, there we go. Alright. We got a heading hold button here, we got a clock, we got foghorn, regular horn, and we got that on space as well. So really nice. Yeah, we're driving really nice. Steering's maybe just a little bit slow, but it's fine. Let's go and turn on the 40 knot winds. There we go. We are having no trouble with that whatsoever. So let's go ahead and turn that back off and get crabbing. We'll go ahead and bring that off. Oh. It seems to be... Let's bring that. We'll just cut that. The starter's running whenever that's off, so that's a little bit annoying. So I don't know if I can do anything about that or not. So we'll just kind of leave that on, I guess, and wait for the fuel to kill it. Let's see what we got here. Oh, we got engine room access, so I missed that. We do have a really nice little engine room here, a little bit of mist paint, but the engine looks really nice here. We got lights, we got some equipment here, some coolant, and yeah, so really nice little engine room here. And let's go back up. Go ahead and close that so I don't keep falling in there. And let's go ahead and actually get these going. So we've got our crane over here. We've got buoy up, down, so we can do release, unfold crane is 3. There we go. And then, really nice little crane there as well. Let's see if we can... let me look at my controls again. Not that, not that, not that. Can we bring the crane in and out? Look like we should be able to. I think there's a track in there. Not quite sure which button it is, though. Not those, not those, not those. Okay, well, we'll go ahead and do this. I'm not quite sure if those are already connected or not. Yes, they are. Perfect. Alright. So then we just have to go and grab one of these with it. And looks like these are actually connected here as well, so we can release buoys here, but we're just going to grab that very first one here. We'll go ahead and lower that a little bit more so I can grab it. There we go. Perfect. We'll go ahead and raise it up. Raise up the crane. Oh, wait. That's connected there. So let's go and actually disconnect that. I think it's from a buoy that I don't want. Oh, nice. We got cables right there. And yeah, there we go. So let's go ahead and connect that to this. Right there. Release catch. I don't want. And we'll raise this on up. Go as high as we can. Bring that up. And we will bring the buoy in. Go ahead and bring that overboard. It's a really nice, simple system. I also love this crane with that little window XML'd over. That's really cool. There we go. Let's go ahead and lower that. There we go. The buoy is in the water. Let's go ahead and lower the pot. Perfect. There we go. And now what we can do is release connector 4. Oh, not that. There we go. Perfect. And now we are crabbing. So that's really easy enough. We're only going to do the one here. And we will go ahead and lower it and grab you again. There we go. Let's bring it back up. We'll bring up the crab pots, which should be getting filled up. Really nice hull design in there as well. That looks pretty cool. There we have it. We'll bring that back up, 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 up. Perfect. And we'll bring that over. Beautiful. There we go. And I think the button's on the other side. Oh, where are ya? There you are. Uh-oh. Come on. There we go. There we go. Making a mess, but we can go and grab them. Get the little deckhand on and you can go get them. But yeah, really great boat. I love all the little details. The crabbing works really nice. Again, just amazing little details here and there. It looks beautiful, and we'll move on to the next. Alrighty, for number 2 here, we have the FV Fugue 43. This is by Thermite, so let's go check it out. Just on the back here again, looks like we got all of our crabbing operations back here and a bunch of little buoys hanging out. So let's go, what do we got here? We got an equipment storage, so a lot of stuff that we'll need here. We can come over here, push all these buoys over a little bit, just so they're out of my way. There we go. Perfect. Looks like we got more equipment in here. Go ahead and close that up. Again, push the buoy. That one might not want to go. Nice little bow access here so we can come all the way around. Uh-oh. We got a ladder there. Nice little work on the hull there. We got a lot of different paint. Making it look a little bit more worn, which is always nice. So let's come over here. Let's see if I can push that. There we go. So we are inside now. Perfect. The door closes on its own. There we go. Let's turn on the lights. Really nice work on the wall coloring here. I really like that. Nice little monitor there with some stuff here. Deck lights. There we go. Let's turn on some lights. What do we got here? We got fuel tank access with a little breaker here. Ladder back up and fuel, as well as the front access to the engine, it looks like. So we can go ahead and pop back up here now. Close that up. Open up this door and come down to the engine room. Perfect. Let's go ahead and turn on the starboard engine and the port engine. Very cool. Let's go upstairs. And I think that's it for interior stuff. Okay, sound is okay. Actually, it's a little loud still. Alright. So those are started up. We got a lot of information here. We got a nice little heading display there, which I'm a fan of. Generator mode, so I think we got to turn that on whenever we actually get fishing, just so we don't lose power. And we got a radar. So let's go ahead and increase our throttle. There we go. Perfect. Looks like we're moving pretty quick too. Yeah, look at that, like 22 knots. It's pretty good. Steering is really nice as well. So let's go ahead and turn on the 40% wind. There we go. And we are doing perfect. Not worried about tipping at all. So let's go ahead and turn this back off. There we have it. Let's go ahead and bring that throttle down a touch. We've got reverse on 1, which is always nice, so we don't have to worry about going too far back on the throttle. Perfect. So we'll go ahead and turn on generator mode. There we go. And we got a heading hold there as well. So let's go ahead on back. Looks like we got a little pipe just put in there too, so I don't know if that's supposed to be there or not. We got nice little deck lights here, so let's go ahead and engage these clutches. So we've got 3 pots here, which all work on their own. So then we do winch out, I think. And they are in pulleys, so I'm guessing there's probably a little bit of lag with them until they actually start working. Unless these are different ones that I'm actually on. Yeah, that's not going down, so I think we have to use the remote control. So let's go on channel 2. Channel 2. 2. There we go. Alright. So that is fine. I gotta actually see whenever they're down or not. There we go. Just let those lower. There we go. I think we are good. So we'll let those catch a few crabs for a second. I see some legs. We'll go ahead and bring those back up. There we go. Perfect. Look at all those little suckers. Winches are a good speed as well, which is nice. Alright. So now what we have to do, I believe, is switch what these are connected to. Are we? Oh no, I think we actually do this. I think, let's go grab a cable or rope. Let's grab a cable. And I think we can connect that. I need a rope, of course. So let's go throw that there. Let's grab a rope. I should just go with my first instinct. Let's put that there. Let's connect you there. And now we don't need all of these connected because we're only doing the one. And we can go ahead and winch this. Did I do in or out? In. That should hopefully be coming in soon. It's got a little bit of slack, so we gotta wait for that. It might be the 1x1, so it's super slow right now. And let's make sure. Is that gonna? Isn't it 2? 2? There we go. Lower that a touch. There we go. Alright. I'll winch this in now. We just kind of shift it in. And I think that is good. And then we've actually got controls labeled there as well, so pot empty is 3. There we have it. Perfect. So that worked awesome. Oh, there goes one of our crabs. We'll go get him. That worked really well. Oh, we got a lot of crabs here. Holy. I wonder if that's from another one that I did and just despawned it. And we just managed to come to the same spot. But yeah, really cool, really easy way to go and crab. So really nice job on that. I love the little boat. I love the interior decoration. Great job on the paint other than that, as well as the little different paint on the hull. That always helps it kind of shine a little bit. So great build. We'll go to the next. Alright, here we have the MV Fjord Ranger by Exit for our third submission. Just a little behind the scenes for you guys. Pengu doesn't know what the word fjord means, so light him up in the comments for that if you would be so kind. This looks like a great little crabbing boat, but just so you all know, Exit has become a moderator on my Discord server. You can join that down below with a link if you are interested in joining and aren't already in it, but he has decided that he doesn't want to be able to win just because of that. So we're still going over his build and everything, the same as we usually would, but his points will not work for winning. So we're chilling on the back here. This is a really cute little boat. It's really well proportioned for being so small. It feels like I'm on like a large boat. Of course, it's done in his kind of egg-shaped build style, which I absolutely love. He's got a lot of builds that he's always sending in the Discord that he's wanting to make, so I'm a big fan of that. But yeah, lots of really nice detail here. Let's go ahead and get it up and running so we can actually see what's going on in here. Really nice detail all in, like, literally everywhere. Let's get on the bridge lights. We'll go ahead and turn on nav lights. Crabbing, probably don't need that. We'll just leave all of that. We'll get deck lights on and leave everything there. We'll go ahead and turn on the monitors. So we got a really nice little map here. We got the crabby mappy. Yeah, just really nice details, done in course of his Exit color scheme with the white and green, which I'm a big fan of. Let's go on back here. Really nice XML work here with literally everything. Looks like I have to jump to get to the front, which is alright. There we go. And oh, there's nothing here. Alright, could have probably seen that coming if I looked at the other side. So let's go back over this side and back down. We do have a pretty cool little stability system here. I think he's the first one I've seen that's done it. It just uses water jets, and it actually just kind of corrects it with that instead of any weights or anything like that. So he has gone ahead and added this system as well to my boat, that little tiny blue one I've been showing off on my Discord and a few others, and it's very cool. So definitely check that out. We got a bunch of stuff here, so we'll go over that whenever we actually get crabbing. I think that's everything on the deck. Really nice looking deck though. Let's go ahead and turn on the deck lights. Oh, they're already on. And we'll go downstairs. Oh. Galley lights, there we go. We got first aid cabin, net. We got a nice little sink here. Oh, they don't work. We got the head occupied. Let's see what's in there. Let's expose them. Yeah, not enough room in there. Let's see. Nice, we got the seats labels removed. We can sit in here. We got a nice little chill area to hang out. We do have a little TV here. It doesn't look like it works unless it's one of these. Nope. We got an engine room access down here. I don't think any of this works. There we go. The stove is going off. Hopefully that doesn't come through. Really nice little engine room here. It's really cramped, but you can still get around and everything looks really nice. We got a, what's that? Crab hole. Crabs only. Locked. Uh-oh. I don't even want to go in there. We got the fuel tanks. We got a little flickering light. Don't know if that's on purpose, but it was flickering. We got a, what's that called? Battery compartment. Probably could have guessed that. Backup power. Really like all of the use here with the rails for like the grates and stuff. And really nice paint details everywhere. Even like little blinking stuff for the breaker box. So really cool job on that. And we even got a little tool locker. So I'm a big fan of this engine. Engine looks really nice as well. Let's go ahead and turn on ignition. I'm not sure if you can do that upstairs or not, so we'll just go ahead and do it now. Go ahead and do that. It sounds like we're moving. Oh no, we're not. Propeller's spinning, but I don't think we're moving, which is good. Must be a pitchable propeller. So let's go ahead and close up that door. Nice little bit of paint in here. Let's see. Yeah, we're just spinning. So we got to get on the helm to actually drive it. We got steering. We've also got like bow thrusters and stuff. We've got strafe left, right. Oh, in precise maneuvering mode, which is right there. So you can hear that engine revving up. And now we're just moving left and right. So this is pretty cool. This is definitely very useful, especially if you're coming up to one of those, whatever it is, like the crabbing arms that come through. Those things are always a little bit of a pain. Really nice screens too. I believe he made all of the screens himself with a little bit of ChatGPT help. But they all look really nice, turned out really well. And you can actually move around. That's super cool. I love that. So let's see. What do we got here? Speed, temperature stuff, so just engine data. So let's go ahead and move about. Bring that throttle all the way up. And there we have it. This is quick. Look at that. We're pushing 40 knots right now. So we're definitely going to make our way out to the crabs or the lobsters, wherever they be. And we are just cruising. This thing definitely gets up and moving. And oh, we can actually get up onto the top there. There's a little couple of ladders there too, which is very cool. And really nice angled spotlights and everything too. Everything's really clean on this build, which I love. So let's go ahead and maybe lower that throttle a touch, just while we put on some waves for them. There we go. And I've seen a lot of his stability system, so I know it's going to do these waves really well. And it is just hugging the water. So this is I love the stability system. That's super cool. And let's go ahead and turn that down and bring that throttle down. Oh. Okay, but it actually stops you. So if we're going forwards, it stops you there. And then you have to hold it for a little bit. So I like that. So that works perfectly. So that's like a good way that I can do it, so I don't, like, it has a dead zone too, which is really nice. So it's not impossible to get it there. So I appreciate that. We got the crab boy, so that is definitely Pengu's seat. We'll go ahead and open up this door and let's get crabbing. So what do we got here? We got stove pots for, no, not that. Probably that, but I want to see there's some stuff out here as well. Oh, that's just refueling. All right. So let's go ahead and do yeet out, haul in. Let's get those out. Look at that. I absolutely love that. That's awesome. So let's go into photo mode real quick. Oh, we got pretty far out. Going 40 knots, turns out you can go pretty far. Very cool. I absolutely love the track system there. That's awesome. I'm going to guess that we've probably caught 1,000,000 crabs by now, so we're going to go ahead and haul these back in. We'll watch from up here, because it's pretty cool. Oh, look at that. That's pretty cool. I like that stuff. I like the mechanical. And look at that. They dump right away. And nice little different paint on the crab pots as well, so that looks awesome. And we got pot lights there. Not insanely bright. We can actually still see. And we got, I want to see what that is. Oh, nice. So that just moves them out of the way so you can actually use the deck. Very cool. I think that's just about it on this. So that worked. That was really, really easy to go and actually catch the crabs. We got quite a lot there. I'm not going to do that basic math on screen because I know I will mess it up and then have to hear about it. But very cool boat exit. So we'll go ahead and move on to the next build now. Alrighty, here we have the Tania 7374. This is by Captain Fishy. This is a really nice looking little build here, so let's go ahead and get into it. So, starting in the back here, we got some crane controls here, so we'll go over that whenever we are fishing. We got some nice little exhaust pipes there, XML'd. I really am a fan of this hull shape. I was looking at it whenever I spawned it in with the add-on editor, and it's pretty nice for, I don't think, using XML on the hull. It looks pretty good. So let's make our way up to the bow here. We'll jump up on here. We got some nice ropes and details up here. Really like the railing around this bow as well. That turned out really nice. We got a rope locker. We also have some imagine what in this barrel, not available. So nothing in that barrel. We can go ahead and come back down. We got some, like a nice little step up. It might be nice to have a little like stair or something here, but we got 2 crab pots in the back here. I'm guessing this is where you can store the crabs. Yep, there you go, little hopper in there. So let's, I'm guessing that's a refuel deck wash. There we go. Is that water? Hopefully it's water and I'm not just spraying fuel everywhere. So let's go ahead and get on in. So it looks like we got the door here. There we go. Ooh, nice. I'm still carrying crabs from before. I like the sliding door. That's a fun little feature. Same with like the label and stuff. The name of the boat is everywhere. So really nice job on that. And this floor looks absolutely awesome. These realistic floors can be pretty cool. Let's see if I can get some lights on here. Let's see if I can find them. There we go. Engine room lights, navigation lights, work lights, interior lights. Let's go ahead and turn off nav lights. There we go. Really nice little interior here. We got a bunch of fishing lines up there, or fishing rods, my bad. We got a nice little seat here. It would be nice to remove the label on the seat. Really nice little corner table here using the transponder as well. And just a lot of really good equipment. We got the access to battery here. So that's pretty cool. So the battery's hidden in there. We have the main battery as well. Just switch there, and I absolutely love the fish there. That's really fun. We got the engine hatch, so let's go check out down there. So nice little engine room in here. Got a crouch, really nice little drive shaft down there. That's pretty cool. I bet it actually spins too. It's got that pivot there. So we'll come down here and check that out whenever we actually get moving. That's very cool though. I'll love it if that spins. So we'll go ahead and jump on out of here. I think there is a ladder here. Oh no, it's just that. So we'll just grab onto the seat or the helm. There we go, or the bed. And let's go ahead and get her started up. Let's see what we got here. Navigation light, so I don't need that. Let's turn on the key. There we go. Let me just double check again that I do have my settings. I do have electric on. I was playing around a little in between this one, so I just wanted to make sure. Let's go. That's all of the heading hold stuff, so we won't play with that. Let's go and check if that drive shaft is spinning. No, it's not, but you know what? We're not moving. So let's go ahead and jump back up there. If I can grab the helm, there we go. And let's move. There we go. We got some nice little lights in the back there with the work lights. Let's turn on the navigation lights there. Let's see how quick we're up to. That's RPS. Oil pressure, that's fun. I don't know if we have a speed anywhere, or I'm just missing it. Oh, looks like we got a little screen there as well. Hopefully he made that. And let's go and check that little drive shaft back there. Yep, she's a spinning. Very cool. I love that. Perfect. Alright, I don't know how quickly we are going. I believe it does say on the workshop page, though, that it has a top speed of about 20 knots. So I think we're probably far enough out. Oh, it goes right into reverse. There we go. Alright, so we'll just turn off the engine there. And let's go ahead and close that door. And let's get fishing. So that is connected there. I'm guessing we'll just connect that to the top there. And I think that's probably loose already. I don't see any other ropes or anything connecting it, so I will make that assumption. I think, are going to want to connect to that. Like that, I think. And we can do main arm up. Oh, I see. Okay, so we can lower that just a bit. It's kind of fun doing all this with ropes. Let's see. Up for right. Are we left or right? Let's raise that up. I should probably go check the workshop description again and see if it says anything. I don't remember seeing anything on the actual crabbing operation though. So we'll just lift it up. We winch up. Oh wait, that is that. Main crane up, isn't that? Oh, I think I have these opposite. That is supposed to go to there. I don't want to let go of this, so I'm going to connect that there. You connect there, you connect there. There we go. I think that's right. Hopefully I don't completely ruin this. Kind of the hope with all of them, actually. Let's just lift it up, I guess, and then we'll shift it over. Oh, not that. That one. I don't quite know if we'll be able to shift that over or not, though. We'll try. Yoink, get out. Get out. There we go. No, 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 no. Okay. There we go. Alright, now we're going to lower you. And we're going to lower that one. There we go. Alright. Gotta keep going. Actually, I wonder if that's the max the little winch goes. So we might actually have to connect this to the back winch. Doop. There we go. Yeah, I think we're going to have to do that just because I'm a little bit further out. So that is on me, though, because I did say I was going to do it closer, and I lied. There we go. Alright, I see the string kind of collecting there. Perfect. Probably has got crabs in it, so we're just going to go ahead and winch you back up. That might get caught underneath our boat, so I'm going to move this back over to the side winch now. We're going to go ahead and winch you up. Is that working? It says it's working. Is it working? I don't know. Oh, because it's way too far down. Whoopsie. Not that, you. There we go. Alright, so let's bring this up. Then whenever it gets kind of closer, we'll switch it over. Lots of crabs in there. You can already see all their little legs flopping about. Alright, so let's go and grab that. Let's connect you there. Perfect. And we'll lift that up now. Hopefully we don't snag. It looks like it might be pretty close. I'm not quite sure how we're going to get it on board either, but we'll figure that out. I'll get it up and then we'll just connect it to the other one. That should work. Alright, the buoy is almost back up. This winch is incredibly slow, so that might be worth speeding up just a little bit, and it looks like it might be getting caught, so hopefully not. If it gets too caught, I'll have to go and fish it out. Yeah. Let's go swim and push it a little bit. Go on, get off my boat. There we go. Perfect. Alright, let's hop back on board. Let's lift this up more. Alright. Let's go ahead and connect you to there. And pray to God that this doesn't get torn over with it. Oh, that just straight up connected it to the buoy. I see. Oh, wait, no. Oh, no, I'm looking at the wrong buoy now. Oh, God, it's way too late for me doing this. This is going to be the last one of the night. Don't worry. Let's lower that a little bit more. Let's actually lower that so that it's a little bit further out. There we go. I think it's off now. Perfect. There we go. All right. Let's lift that up a little bit. Please don't get caught again. Come on. Get out. Get out, get out, get out. And I did check there's nothing else in the workshop description about the actual process of crabbing with this. So I am just kind of doing what I'm doing. Now the crab pot is going to be another battle, because that is way bigger. So let's just try dragging it up. Okay, it is angled at the top, so hopefully that is a little bit better. I guess so was the buoy, though. There we go. Okay, let's see if we can keep raising this up and bring it on over. There we go. Alright, so we have got the pots back up onto the deck. That was a little bit of a process. Definitely I feel like that could have been set up a little bit easier. Just even extending that back crane out just a couple more blocks so that it wouldn't catch on that back lip. Unless I'm just missing something, but I didn't see anything in the workshop description either about it. And we can go ahead and put all of our horse crew, oh, Jesus, I can't talk right now. Oh, we got a furry lobster. I don't think I've seen the furry lobster. So we can go ahead and load everything in. Yeah, I am a big fan of the boat, though. It looks great, but definitely the crabbing, I think, needs just a little bit more fine-tuning. Even just maybe removing a little bit of that lip just at the back part, so you can at least lift it back up, just because that was a little bit difficult to figure out and get to work without snagging. But yeah, great little build, and we'll move on to the next. Alright, here we have the Reliant Series Katerina. This one is by Alco Frisbas, I believe that's how I say that. And this looks like a really nice little fishing boat, and it's got a really nice little manual in the description, so definitely go check that out. I love a boat with a good manual PDF connected to its description. So without further ado, let's go check out this boat. So this looks like a really nice little boat. I really love this. Stood out to me right away. The entire, oh, let's go move this over real quick. There we go. That just shifted over with the add-on editor whenever I spawned it in, but the whole entire helm bridge area is built out, and I thought that looked really neat, especially from behind. So all of the glass and stuff, we've got a really nice little what's it called? Like, my mind's blanking on the name, but there's the little extrusion out the front, and then you've got the little windows and stuff underneath it. So I really like that with a little door down there for the fore cabin. And I'm a really big fan of this deck. I love really nice painted decks, and that looks perfect. It looks like we just got the crab pots off the side as well, which is pretty cool. I'm not quite sure if we just drop them off or not, but it kind of looks that way. So we'll try that out later whenever we actually get going. I'm not quite sure what these buttons do. Not electricity-ified. So I think that's it on the outside. Let's go ahead to the front real quick and try and get some lights on. This is a super cool looking cockpit here. Oh, is it steam? Air shut off, fuel shut off. Very cool. So I'm a big fan of these controls. That looks super cool. It's really busy, and then you've got them hidden underneath as well. So I love that. So super cool. I'm a big fan of that. We've got a door up there as well, so we can get up top. We got an electrical circuit breaker. Let's go down. Actually, no, I was gonna get some lights on. Let's get not emergency power. Let's go ahead and get the boiler turned on, which I can't do because I don't have electric. Mains, there we go. Is that not working? Emergency power, there we go. Let's try and start it with emergency power, I guess. Let's see, is that actually closed or is that, there we go. Let's open those up. And let's go downstairs to the engine room. Oh, I love this. This looks awesome. So this is a steam vessel by the looks of it, and it's a really big, roomy engine room back here, actually. This is awesome. We got the generator start. Let's go ahead and start that up off before, I don't know where that is. Oh, there we go, off. Off? There we go. Is it going? There we go, okay, it's up and moving. So we are generating electricity now. We got boiler temperature, so we've got that getting turned on, and we got a really nice little room up here, which is the little 4-axis. Really nice detail here. I love those. That looks awesome. Labeled as well, so it says cabinet, which I love. We've got electrical circuit breaker back here for the heater, and we got burners, and a oven. Let's see, all of that actually works too. So a lot of really nice details in here, just all over the place. Look at that. We've even got little signs and stuff. This too shall pass. So I'm a big fan of all the details in here. So great job on all of that. Little sink as well. Let's go around this side. And just some more equipment on here, as well as the boiler temperature. And we can see the big pistons moving. Let's go out the... Oh no, this is just a way. I thought there was an exit there as well. So let's go back on out. We can go ahead and hop up here, and it's easy enough to get in and out. We can go ahead and close that door. Oh, there we go. Come on. There we go. All right. Let's go here. We can probably turn off emergency. No? It's kind of seeming like we need it on. All right. We got the stabilizer factor. We got all of our lights and stuff. So this thing looks awesome. I love this steamboat. It's so small, but somehow you fit just a massive engine room in the back. So I'm a big fan of that. We've got different throttles as well. So I think it says what we're doing. So let's see what we got here. We got space as foghorn. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll just increase the throttle. So really cool. So it actually tells you what throttle heading you're at, or not heading, mode. Do we have a speed here? Let's see. RPS speed and knots. There we go. Let's see how quickly this goes. Full head. It's really stable as well, which is really nice. Let's go ahead and add that all the way up. We're going 42 knots. That's pretty good. That's pretty quick. 50. Holy. So we are just cruising. Let's go ahead and bring that back a touch. We'll go to like 16, just because that seems a little bit reasonable. And we'll go ahead and try it out with the wind. We'll go to 40% if I can make it. There we go. And we are handling it like a champ. No issues here. So let's go ahead and turn that back off. And let's bring that throttle down. Oh, there we go. Let's go to 0. 0, there we go. All right, stop. Let's make sure that our electric is... We're going down here, so let's go and check that. Make sure our generator's actually on real quick. Are we going? SWATs? Oh, do we have to turn that on to, Oh, there we go. Alright, so we're generating now. I had to turn that on. I never turned it on. I just turned it off to start, which makes sense. So we'll go ahead and close that up again, and let's get crabbing. So I believe we can just drop these off the side, and then we can pick them up with the crane whenever it's done and move it over. So let's do deploy. And there they go. Let's go ahead and do 2. I don't know how deep we are right now either. Let's see. Do those only go down to there? We might need those a little bit lower. Okay, so just after checking again, we do actually have to get this onto the crane. So let's go ahead and do that and hope we don't sink down underneath with it. There we go. And then once we do that, we lower it, then we can put it on the side again. So depth indicator, let's go ahead and do winch out. And that is very slacky. So the green means that it is good. There we go. So that is that. And then what we would do is we would actually come over here like that, and we would reconnect it right there. And then we go to the next and the next and the next. So we'll just go ahead and do 1 right now, even though I did deploy 2. So we'll do this, and we'll connect it back onto the crane. I don't know why I'm walking around. We'll move it over to the side, like that. There we go. Let's go ahead and do winch in. There we go. Holy, that's nice and quick. There we go. Might be good to slow that down a little. There we go. Alright, so that's all nice and perfect. That is directly over our little store here. So this is a really simple way to do it also, which is really nice. So 0 issue right now actually doing the crabbing. Looks like we got one of those little gross creatures that missed. Go ahead and put you back in there, and look at that, we just got 5 crabs or whatever else those things are. So really love this boat. I'm a big fan of it, really like all the details and paint, so really good job on that. Maybe just slowing down those cranes just a little bit, just that winch, and the crabbing was really intuitive, so 0 issues on that. Really great little boat, and we'll move on to the next. Our next build here is a confusing name, aka Seagull, which is what that name means, but I'm not going to try and botch that and completely embarrass myself on video. This build is made by Juan and is a really awesome looking little crabbing boat done in kind of a tanker look, so I'm really excited to go and check this one out. So here we are just on the back here. I really love, again, just the kind of tanker look to this. It's really cool. This is kind of the exact same build that I was always wanting to build, like, I don't know how long ago, a while ago, but I was like infatuated with the tankers and all of that, and that's like my sole reason for wanting to get into this game again after I took a little bit of a break after I started playing at the very start. But this is it. This is like exactly the kind of thing that would be completely up my alley a couple of years ago. This would be like the build. So let's see. We got some nice little winches here, so we'll play around with that whenever we get a going. Looks like a cool little design though. It looks like they both just kind of fold over the edge. We got a nice little seat here, really nice exterior here. We can make our way up to the bow here, and looks like we got some nice little rope storage and all of that, and a nice little winch. So we'll go ahead and go on inside here. Close up that door. Really nice interior colors already. A lot of work went into that, I can tell. Let's go ahead and get a light on. We got a nice little interior here, like kitchen area. We got the anchor room, so we can do the anchor controls here if we want to. Really nice use of the bow here. Normally those are kind of just blocked off. But that looks really good, as well as really nice little paintings and everything, so tons of details everywhere. I'm a big fan of this paint job. Everything about it looks awesome. We got a nice little booth here. It's got a really nice rustic kind of look. We got a beautiful little toilet here with a little mirror and a vent and a little window. So let's go ahead and close that up. And let's see what's down here. Lower deck. I don't know if I should go down here, if I should go to the bridge first and make my way up, but we're just going. I'm going to get lost. This already, I can tell, is an awesome little interior down here as well. We got a heater, we got lights here, nice little beds. Everything's got a ton of paint work on it, so really impressed by that. Go ahead and open this up. This is the fish tank. Let's go ahead and go on this side, and it's the same thing over here. Nice work again on like the side of the hull and stuff. Feels like I'm in an actual boat. Back here, again, continuing with the really nice details and paint, we got the actual engine back here with high voltage and power. So we can go ahead and play around with that, as well as engine start. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll add a little bit of throttle just to keep it alive, I think. Hopefully we don't end up moving. I don't think that's going to move us. So that all looks good. Let's go ahead and do that. Was there? No, never mind. Let's go back up here. Oh, where was that? There it is. Didn't even see that there's those doors there. We got more rope storage up here. And that looks like it. So let's go. I think the door was over here, if I'm not mistaken. It's a little bit in my way right now, so we'll just crouch and get around it. There we go. Really nice little way to get up into the bridge, kind of raised up. We got a little window down there, and it looks like a radio station. We'll go ahead and get the bridge light turned on. We got a little padded seat there if we want. We got a map. Nice job on that. We got some our coordinates laid out there. We got zoom controls, reverse, bilge pumps, bunch of stuff here. We got a horn. We don't need any spotlights, none of that. We've got navigation and deck lights on, and I think that's it. So we've got our throttle up and engaged down there. Let's go ahead and start engaging the clutch. There we go. So we are moving. Let's just dump that throttle down. And we are moving a solid, so we're getting up to 9 knots right now, so a really good little speed here as well for this. This is kind of exactly what I would think it would go to. And I absolutely love this thing. This is awesome. We got a little flag up top as well. The painting is just amazing. Everywhere I look is just the perfect little paint job for it. So let's go ahead and turn on 40% wind. Doop. And looks like we are having 0 issues with that. Yeah, nothing. Can't even feel it. So we'll go ahead and turn that off. We'll bring that throttle down. There we go. It just stops at 0, so we got a reverse button, which is kind of nice. I'm a fan of just reverse buttons. So there we go. We got nice labeled microcontrollers. Awesome. It's called buoy. So I always love that. I don't know why, but microcontrollers labeled just is like one little tiny piece of effort that really kind of like makes things stand out for me. I don't know why. It just does. Let's see. We got stuff here, so let's go ahead and winch up maybe. And let's do arm up, arm down. Just yoink those over the edge. Come on. Maybe lower? Oh, there you go. Perfect. I absolutely love that. That's a really nice, simple way to do it. And we got a little crane here as well. Okay, I can already see the crabs are collecting. Might be nice to have those on like an auto stop if it reaches the bottom or something, just so you don't have to wait a little bit longer for it to kind of come all the way back up. And there we go. Look at all those crabs. They really do have to nerf that. That came up in the Q&A today. If you can't tell, this video is a little spread out, but the Q&A video was today, and they definitely need to nerf these crabs, I think. So we'll go ahead and bring these on back up. And let's see, I don't know if that's gonna just go up, maybe? Oh, we got a handle here. Can we get that over? Come on. Not quite sure if these are gonna make their way all the way back over or if I'm missing something. Oh, I see. I think this is one or the other. I think you can deploy the pots with the medium winch if we want, or we can do the buoys. So I've just kind of gone ahead and just did both, but it looks like we were supposed to kind of pick and choose, I believe, if I'm reading the workshop page correctly. So I might have messed that up there. That's completely on me. So we'll just kind of grab that and maybe just release those. We'll just drop those off the edge. Doop. And let's just pretend that never happened. Those are gone forever. Let's go ahead and restart with these. So I believe what we do is we get rid of the buoy. Like that. We'll take its rope. And then we connect that to that. And we take that, disconnect you, drop that, and then that, goes to there, and that goes to there. Then we lift those up like that, and then the arm goes down. I believe that's what we were supposed to do. That, or we can connect the buoy and the pot, and then move it out with this main crane in the middle, and then move it in and out as we want. So I think there's those two different options. I think. Unless I messed it up again. I don't know if I did something wrong. I think it's a 99% chance that I did. But what I'm going to go ahead and do is ignore that. I'm going to connect that to that. And I'm going to connect that to that. And we're definitely going to say that I'm not completely ruining this, but we might be in a second here. Let's move that out. Let's... we might need to... Can I get some more slack here? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move that out a little bit. And I'm going to scarily grab that. Try and yoink this over the edge, maybe. And you know what I want to do? I want to grab that bottom one. And that's going to destroy it. It's going to be brutal. Okay, let's lift this up. Okay, I might have a chance there. This is gonna go flying. Gonna go absolutely terrible. Boom! Got ya! There we go. Alright. I gotta move that out a little bit so I don't hit that. Perfect. Alright, we are back in business. So let's go ahead and lower that. There we go, and then we do... Oh, I can move it in and out, that's cool. We can do pot up, down as well, so let's go ahead and do pot down as 4. Not quite sure how that works. 4 doesn't seem to be doing something. So we're just going to lower this and then catch a crab and bring it up. I don't quite know which would be better. I thought I had it the first time. I thought I had it the second time. At least with this method, I'll have it. It's kind of fun to have different methods, though, because you can actually kind of play around and play it how you want to, which is always kind of fun. So I do like that aspect of it, definitely. So we'll just go ahead and bring it on back, and then we'll bring it in, and then we'll drop them all. I do like this crane, though. It's really simple to use. Don't grab. There we go. All right. Let's move that in like that. Doop. There we go. Bring that back a little bit more, and we can do spaced release. Is it spaced release? Oh, what was it? Oh, release pot. Yeah, I thought it was space. Is it not working? I wonder if the buoy has something up, where it's like an in-between thing or something, but I don't think I'm really getting anything. I did see something that there was a way to do it and you couldn't actually release them. So just a little bit confused with what you need what for. It's probably in the workshop page and I've just missed it. But either way, really great little build. Absolutely love it. You have a bunch of different methods and ways you can possibly do the crabbing. I kind of failed at all of them, I think. But it's a really cool little boat. Absolutely love it. It's visually very appealing and it operated very well. So we'll move on to the next build. All right, here is our next submission. This one is called the Career Starter Automated Lobster Moneymaker. This is by Fan Jerry, or Jerry Fan on Steam, and this one is a little bit different. We're actually spawning it up north at the North Harbor because this one is or has a completely automated feature on it which goes out and just does the crabbing for you. So of course we got to try this out. All right, so as you may have noticed, we kind of rotated a little bit because I may or may not have forgotten that I don't actually have the fishing turned on. So I just had to restart and make a new world and include the little fishing gantry there so that this can actually work, because I do want to see this thing work. So what do we got here? We got deck lights. That I believe, yeah, that's the enable auto fishing, but we're just going to take a look at this before and then we'll enable that right away and go check it out. Yeah. I'm excited to see how this works. So this definitely had kind of career in mind whenever it was being made. So it's a little bit simpler on some of that aspects. It only costs like $18,000, which is just wild. I think that arm goes out and actually grabs the gantry. It's also built in with a helicopter, so that while this is going out and fishing, you can go exploring. So many really cool little features on this. I'm really excited to check it out. We got a nice little HUD here. Fuel, God, I can't speak. We got a bunch of cool little things there. Down below we have engine off, input controller to auto start. Oh, that's cool. So we can look down at here and we can get a map. That's actually a super cool way to do it. So nav and engine controls, that's awesome. I love that. I wonder if there's any more. Yeah, look at that. So we got like fish finding stuff up here, or what is that? What? Velocity, that's not that. What is that? If we just look up, it like changes it all. So that's super cool. I love that so much. That's so cool. I don't know why, but this is awesome. So we can go ahead and, what's the nav point? I don't think I see anything here for that, so I'm guessing that's just going to be the autopilot. That window keeps tricking me. I keep thinking that that's the door out. So let's go ahead here. So the only reason I'm starting up at North Harbor now is because this is where I think it actually does its fishing. So if I'm all the way over there, I don't want to wait for it to have to come all the way over here to do anything. So let's go ahead and do that and turn on auto fishing. So she turns on right away. Let's go sit down in the helm. Let's see what she does. Just sit back and watch. Okay, arms are deploying. Oh, there we go. There go the pots. Chilling at the bottom. There's a fish just watching. And we are going directly to our little spot here. Coming in for a nice slow little approach. Really nice and controlled here. Doop. There we go. So we actually connect. Now we were like perfectly lined up there as well. Let's see. Oh, I bet we can actually see what these are at. We can also go there. Oh, crane's going around to actually grab it. Oh, look at that. We've even got like a little stair up. This is perfect. Everything on this is like so well designed. Everything's perfect. So we are actually grabbed onto that. That's super neat. And we got the gantry that comes down and right in. That's just perfect. And it turns right on. And then as soon as these come back up and they're all full, it'll just empty right away. Are those actually filling up? Let's see. Oh yeah, they are. Oh, and they're coming right back up. So right in the nick of time there. There we go. Oh, I'm directly in the way. And then they all drop out and right up into the crane. So that's amazing. This is really cool. I love this. I love the career builds. They're always so much fun. And then we got the helicopter. So I'm actually going to disable this because I know it works. There we go. Everything comes back perfectly. I'm going to go ahead and drive us back. Okay, I'm just going to leave those down. Let's see, we got some stuff here. I can start fishing there. So I think, yeah, there we go. So I'm just going to bring these back up. And let's see, let's go backwards. So it looks like it goes backwards right on its own. Oh, it just steers with the little differential clutches or something for the propeller, so that's cool. And there we go. There we have it. I love these monitors looking around. It worked perfectly. We went right to our little point there. So I'm really impressed with that. That's super neat. Let's see here. We can also test it in the wind, which we got to do 40%. Yeah, and it's taking it fine. Throttle's a little quick. But it's also a career build. We want to be able to go out there and get the crabs nice and quick. So let's go ahead and leave that, and I want to go try out this helicopter. Let's go back here. Hopefully we don't hit that. We got really nice little, whatever the seat is called there. We might need to move that down. I don't know if we need to move that or not to do this. But we'll go ahead and deploy those down for now, just so I don't hit it. Let's see. Toggle engine is 3. And request clear deck. Oh, very cool. I was worried about that. So everything moves out of its way perfectly. And we are off. This is awesome. I love this thing. This is like the perfect career build. I was not expecting to go flying around in a helicopter whenever I had a crab challenge on, but here I am, and I'm loving it. Yeah, so this is super cool. This actually works impressively well too. Helicopters are a difficult one to do in Stormworks, especially this small. So great job on that. We'll go ahead and end it there because I think this one's probably gone on for a little bit longer here. But absolutely amazing job, Fangeria. I love this build so much. It's an awesome little career one. And it works perfectly, so we'll go ahead and move on to the next one. Alrighty, here we have the FV Lauren. This one is by Razor. This looks like a really cute little crabber, so let's go and check it out. So we're just starting out on the back here. I really like this deck. We got some really nice little buoys on the back here. Those look really nice, actually. I like those. We got this nice big crane up here. A lot of controls for that, so we'll go after that after. We got some rope and stuff. Probably, yeah, diesel refuel. We got magalls here for the actual crab pots. It looks like we have got 5. And they're just kind of stored all along here. So that is nice. We got a little fake ladder here, so we can't actually get up there. But it does look nice. Let's go up to the wheelhouse here. Oh, we got a nice little, like, moved seat. I like that. I like kind of sitting sideways. That's kind of neat. Kind of feels like I'm in a train. Let's go ahead and get... Actually, we've already got a light on. Let me make sure electricity's off. Nope, all of that's off. Forgot about that. So we got some nice little equipment here. Let's go down to the cabin. We got a nice little floor mat. Let's see, we got a little kitchen. Oh my god. Lauren, that's kind of terrifying, honestly. We got a little microwave. That is going to haunt me in my dreams. We got range. There we go. We got nice little painting details here for the drawers and stuff. We got a bed, fishing rod. We got a little TV above the bed. A little monotony with the interior colors, just all red. Could be kind of nice to have some little variation throughout it. We got a nice engine room down here with some of the pre-made modular, not modular engines, the just pre-made engines. With a large reaction wheel here for stability, presumably. Primary batteries are down here. Auxiliary batteries are down here. So nice little engine room with some nice little details for the generator here. Let's go down here. Oh, that's just the fuel tank access. We won't go in there. Aft maintenance access. Oh, there we go. Nice. So we got some of the... what are these called? Just the ducts or whatever. To put the minerals and stuff in so we can store some fishies. We got air in is open. So nice. So I like the little engine room. Let's go on upstairs and get her started up. I think that's all the interior. Yeah, no bow access or anything like that. So let's turn on the master battery switch. We got some navigation lights turned on and the engine ignition. There we go. That is frightfully loud. So we'll turn that down just a touch so I don't go completely deaf here. But the engine's revving nicely. What are we at? 300 RPM, so that's a beautiful little spot there. We got foghorn. Oh, okay, it's on like a timer, so it goes for a while. There we go. Alright. I was worried that was just going to stick on for a second. Transmission and all of that. Oh, cool, we can actually swivel the seat. Really cool little feature there. I like that a lot. Radio frequency spotlight controls and radar power. Nice. We got some stuff here. So idle is 3 to 5. 7 is cruise, 7.5. And yes, we're at 5. So let's go up a touch here. I was trying to figure out what was up, and I'm sitting sideways a little bit, so my view, and I'm also over to one side, so I'm kind of looking at the side of the boat, which I wasn't used to, but I do like that. Let's keep adding throttle. Let's go full throttle here. That battery is going up. It moves really nicely. All the steering and everything is really well done on it. Let's see, where's our speed? Speed is 19 knots, 22, and we cannot fish in a depth more than 40 meters, so that's alright. So let's go ahead and try this in 40% wind. Zero issues here with stability. Nice name on the back as well. I do like the paint scheme as well. Maybe some more gradients throughout it could be nice, but it is really nice. And nonetheless, we got a little anchor up front too. Bunch of spotlights off the front as well. I like that mast. Bunch of stuff on there. And a little flag. So let's go ahead and bring that down to idle. I think it was at 5 for the idle, so let's just go like that. Close. We'll bring that down, yeah, so it's great in the wind. So let's go ahead and actually try a fission. Now we might have to rotate it a little bit, which is nice. So that's easily done. Air temperature and a little heater. Let's close that up so I don't fall in there. And let's go and get a crabbin'. So, just looking at the workshop page a little bit, it looks like we just kind of yoink this over the edge, and then we replace that from the crane with a buoy. And these are all free. And yeah, I don't think these are connected up there. Oh, they are. Perfect. I was worried those were just flying around, but those all stayed really well and stable. So let's go ahead and winch up just a little. And let's go ahead and crane preset 4. Preset 2. So that just moves it all the way over. Oh, and we got to extend. So it actually goes over the edge. Oh, do we have to hold it? There we go. Perfect. There we go. And she is over. Let's go ahead and winch down. We got winch length right there, as well as set sea depth. So that's really nice. We can actually tell when it'll hit. So we'll just go there. Probably good. We will go ahead and grab that, connect you there, and yoink you over the edge. Doop. Go on. We need to connect that there. Just bring it up a little. Oh. Go on. Alright, we'll do that. Wait for it to stop going nuts. Actually, we'll go ahead and bring this up a little bit too. Try and spam this. Go on. Get on. Get on. There we go. Alright. Now we can go ahead and lower that. And I believe just leave that. That looks like that's good. And there we go. So now she's just sitting there. So that works really nice and easy. So let's go ahead and bring that up a little bit. We'll go ahead and bring this back. I guess we can just connect that to there temporarily. We can go ahead and bring this over there. Just push that in there. There we go. We'll go ahead and grab that. Winch this back on up, and we do have remote controls as well, which is nice. I do like the presets, so we just have to press one button. There we go, look at that full pot. We'll go ahead and preset 3. Oh, nope, that's another one. Preset 1. Oh, we can go ahead and boom, retract. Oh, not that much. There we go. And let's see if there is a release. Sweep clockwise. I don't think there's a release here. So we might just have to do that by hand, which is fine. We can go ahead and grab them all out and throw them all in. What do we got? We got a bunch of coconut crabs, which is all fun, and a furry little lobster. So very great little boat here, really easy to do. I do like those buoys and everything. That's all like kind of right there, and the crane presets are really nice too. Maybe just a little bit more paint gradients is really all I have to say about that. But other than that, everything worked really well. It did great in the wind test, and the fishing was easy. So we'll go ahead and go to the next build, and thanks so much for submitting. Alrighty, here's our next contestant. This is the pot retrieval concept by Phil. Unfortunately, I don't think that this one was completed by the challenge deadline, but it was submitted, so we're going to go over it nonetheless. So let's go check it out. So yeah, of course it wasn't finished before the deadline, so everything is not painted and it's a little rougher on the edges, but we're gonna check it out. So we got some nice little rope around the place. I'm gonna, why? Oh, I exited Stormworks and it didn't save my volume. So we can go down here. We got a nice little kind of maintenance area down here with the engine. So this is a catamaran, I believe. So it's got the little pontoons off the side, and then it actually catches them all in the middle, which is pretty cool. We got a little doorway here, so we can actually go down. We also got a ladder back here, so we can go up and over it all. A lot of pivots up there, so I'm interested to see how this works. Definitely keep your eye out for whenever this one's all finished up, because this will be pretty cool. Another little maintenance area down there, and I'm guessing around the same here. We got a little hatch here, so we got fuel tanks and stuff and a little bit more equipment. So let's go ahead and close that up. Probably a refuel there, I'm guessing. And another little maintenance hatch here, so just going down to the fuel. So let's go up, up, up top. There we go. There's our helm, so we are nice and high up in the air too, so I like this idea of kind of driving over them and catching them. That's pretty neat. So I believe, yeah, engine controls are all on the left. There we go. Are they? Oh yeah, toggle engines, there we go. Toggle lights, let's go ahead and do lights. Oh, we got a nice little window underneath us too. That's pretty cool actually. We can line up whenever we're eating them. I'm going to turn this down a touch more because that is a little bit loud. So let's go ahead and drive. Oh, that's just RPS controls. So let's bring that a little bit down. And there we go. We can go ahead and up that a little bit, just WS for our clutch. And we can drive around. So let's go ahead and turn on 40% wind here. If I can grab it, there we go. No issues with that. All the boats so far have passed this with flying colors, so that's good. Still time. So let's go ahead and come to a stop here. It drives fine, drives nice, steers and everything well. And we got all of our pot controls here. So let's see what we got. We got push buttons here, track, connector on crane enabled, open pot, crane position cycle, open pot barrier, crane camera, winch up. Let's winch down, I think, is what we had to do at the start. Oh, what's this? Open pot recovery. I don't know what that does. We'll turn off the engines. Open pot barrier maybe? I don't think so. Oh, we got cameras here. So we can do not winch down. So how do we actually get them out of here? They got their nice little buoys up on top. Connectors on crane enabled. Open pot. Oh, there we go. So we can actually see them all up top. That's pretty cool. I don't know if we have like a crane or anything like that, or if we just drop them out. Open pot barrier maybe? Oh, there we go. All right. And then, oh, we've got the crane right here, I think, is what that is, I think. So maybe we can move that back. There we go. So we can move that back. Oh, and then it automatically grabs it. Perfect. And then we can just drop it off the front. So let's go ahead and move that up. There we go, and we can see it right here. We can probably see it underneath us too. Maybe not. And there we go. I wonder if we drop it like right there, or if we have to drop it out the front here. I don't know what that other little crane is. So we're just gonna not touch that. I think we drop it off here. Yeah, let's try dropping it off there. I think there's a worthy hole there. We'll winch that down. We'll make sure that actually touches the bottom. There we go. And don't know. Oh, that like it's switching off. Okay. Let's not do that. Maybe. Oh, that's how we can actually like grab it. So whenever we're going to pick up the buoys, I think they'll get held in there and then we can bring them all up. So let's go ahead and do, how do we actually lower this? From barrier, we probably don't actually want, oh no, that barrier is fine. Oh, not the cameras. What was that one? There's a button here, I forget. Oh, that's just the cover for the back. Not that. I don't think. Oh, no, there it goes. So there we go. So we have dropped it successfully. Perfect. And that's going to be a crabbin. So let's go ahead and... I think that's what we want. I think that's all ready. So let's go ahead and leave that. Let's toggle those engines back on. And we're just going to do one for now. So we're going to go ahead and drive over this one and then try and catch it. Because I want to see how well that works. We'll just go a little bit slower here. Up that just a touch. Steers really well too. Slow down a touch. Oh, it steers on the dime whenever you're slower. Does it use differential? Can't tell if it does or not. So we're just going to line up really nice. Slow that down a touch more. And we'll just come nice and into it. Nice and slow, and we can probably see it here. There we go. We'll just come to a stop now. Shut those engines off. And it should probably... Uh-oh. We've gone too far. We've gone too far. Is there a reverse? I don't know if there's a reverse. Probably not. Let's go ahead and turn that on again. And do we actually have to... I don't know if we have to... I think we have to turn that one on. I don't think that connector was actually activated. Alright, so let's get lined up again. Let's try and grab this sucker. Okay. Come in nice and slow. Hope that actually connects. Oh, oh, oh. Turns quick. There we go. Alright, so we connected. Now we can probably do the crane position. There we go. And I wonder if we can do it again. Yeah, we can. And then we can pull it up here, I think. Yeah, like that. And then we can do winch up. Perfect. And then we can just cycle again. Cycle again. And then it's right over top. And we can do, is there open pot? I think that's what that does. I think that's dropping them. Yeah, it is. Perfect. Actually, there's still a few in there. Are they dropping? Can't tell if they're dropping or not. Oh yeah, they are. Perfect. Awesome. So that was actually really cool. That was a really simple and good way to do that. And yeah, I'm a big fan of that. If this gets finished up, hopefully it does, this will be a super awesome little boat. It already is. So great job, Phil. Really loved this. Wish it was a little bit more finished and polished, but really cool nonetheless. So great job, and we'll move on to the next. Alright, here we have the MS Blamasen shore crabbing boat. It looks like also referred to as ship. This is by Quapple, and this looks like a really nice little boat packed with details, so I'm stoked to get to check this one out, so let's go do that. So, just starting in the middle of the deck here, looks like we got some nice little rows of crab pots here, kind of all over the deck with a nice little crane going off the top. Really nice paint details all along here. You can look along the hull as well. The details really go on with like a rusty kind of look, so I really love that. I love the different colors in the hulls, making it look kind of worn. And that takes a lot of time too, so I'm impressed by that. It is nice to remove the little labels on all of the microcontrollers, just kind of takes you away from it a little bit, but really nice detailing everywhere along this entire deck. Really nice rusty look to everything as well. We got a sail locker there. Not sure what that key does. Yeah, I don't know what that does. No label. Yeah, really nice details. Even like you can see like the little cooler thing here. We got a bait. So this is all labeled, so that's really cool. We got, what's that? Oh, a little diesel fill point. We got some little lifesavers here. We got really nice little kind of like wood paneling on the side here with those microcontrollers and a ton of really nice detailing up top, as well as a nice little buoys off the side. We do have engine room access here, so you can come down here and, oh, nice. Very cool. So a lot of really nice painting all through here as well, so we can go ahead and turn on engine. There we go. Let's see, what is that? We got a hand pump. I'm guessing that's for bilge. And look at that. We got a nice little warning junction box thing here with the battery level. So really nice work in here. We got a light. Really nice. I love this engine design too. It's got kind of like a good steam look to it. Fuel level is, what is that? 2,367. So that says 0 right now. So hopefully we got some fuel. Let's go up here. Let's go ahead and close that. Let's go ahead and do that. There we go. So we got a little fish freezer here. Go ahead and close that up. Cables right there. Oh, there go the engines. Perfect. Deck lights, release crabs, crab pots. So let's go inside. Is that a little door? That is. I love, my favorite thing ever is having the handles with the on-off output. That is just amazing. Yeah, I love it. We got a nice little radio room back here with a little shore power breaker, as well as a little light. I like the use of these little lights in here with the windows. Those look really nice. And again, the paint details are continuing. These seats were a really nice addition too. Those were great. We got a bunch of lights in here. So we'll just go with all of that. And again, little tiny breakers down here with the fire extinguisher. So really making use of all the space that you've been given. So really great job on that. It looks awesome. I love all the paint details. They're just so good. We got a mist horn. I don't know what that means. Signal horn. And we got a depth sounder. And, oh, look at that. That's kind of cool. I don't know what that does. So, let's see here. We got nothing showing up here. We do have electricity. So, not quite sure why nothing's shown up there. But we'll go ahead and add throttle. Might have just been disconnected. But it is working. Got a nice little flag up there. Those masts look really nice as well. We got a little light up there as well. There we go, topping out at about 10 knots it looks like. So that's a pretty reasonable speed for this little thing. And I do just absolutely love the look of this. It's just beautiful. So let's go ahead and try it in 40 knot winds. There we go. Do a little circle. And it seems to be handling it fine. It is a nice little view in here too. Little indent on the back there for the rope. Yeah, this is awesome. Let's go ahead and turn that wind down now. Go ahead and bring that throttle down. We'll just keep that idling for now. Go ahead and open that door back up. And there's a control handle here. And let's see, that looks like it loosens. Oh, cool, so it's all done by rope. So we just kind of lower it slowly. And then looks like we've got, how do we actually connect that? Is that like a, I think that's like a cable that we connect with it. So I don't know if there's a spot that we actually connect the rope here or not. Oh, so what we actually have to do is we have to connect the buoy, of course. So to do that, there's a little cable down here. So let's maybe try and connect that cable. Or actually we can probably grab it here and disconnect that. Let's try that. I think that'll be fine. Not that, not that, not that. Let's go here. Crane release, hook release. Let's do hook maybe. There we go. All right. Perfect. So we can go ahead and move that over. Oh, we got caught. There we go. It looks like that might be on not sticky. So we can go ahead and move that up, I think, a little bit more. And up, down is winch. There we go. Maybe let's just release the buoy here. Oh, no. No, no, no. Don't do that. Let's just release that and we'll push, 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 push. There we go. All right. Just keep pushing it, pushing it, pushing it. If I can grab it, that'd be great. Do. We'll just put that right there. We'll go grab this. Grab it, come on. Go on. Not wanting to grab. Alright, well what we can do then is let's go ahead and just grab a wire. We can connect that. Actually, no, I think we need that, don't we? Let's see if we can just shift this over to it. There we go, perfect. So let's go ahead and raise this up. There we have it. Now we can go ahead and connect a cable to that. Connect that, we'll go with this one. And we will go ahead and raise this up. Not that one, that one. There we go. We can shift that over the edge. Oh, there we go. Now, does this actually crab pot down? There we go, so that is going down, I believe. Yeah. So we're just gonna let that keep going down. There we go, I think it's on the bottom. So we'll bring that over now. Lower this. And we will release hook. There we go. So now that is officially down on the very bottom, and we should be collecting crabs. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab this again. Uh-oh, where did I put it? How did it get inside? There we go. Oh, I got my door open, that's why. So let's go ahead and lower that. It's a little quick. It would be nice if it didn't kind of reset. That's the only really issue I'm having right now with it. Just that it's resetting. Grab it. Come on, you're right there. There we go. Got it. All right. Let's bring you up. I'm going to have to add some trim here. Just there. Because that's going to hit the side of the boat whenever I pull this up. And I don't want to be flipping. Let's go ahead and open up the fish freezer. Did we get any crabs? Oh, it doesn't look like we got any crabs. But we did go down to the bottom. So let's go ahead and add that up higher. Get that over the edge. There we go. Now we'll bring this over just with the trim. There we go. We can bring that up a little bit more too, as well as that. And we can kind of lower that down into it. Perfect. There we go. And then we do have the pot release back here if we did catch anything, but we didn't, which is kind of odd. But either way, we know it works, so really great job. I love all of the detailing on this. It looks awesome. The only really note that I have on it really is just making the crane a little bit easier to use. It just kind of, yeah, just making it so that it doesn't reset all the time. Maybe even having like a button that can reset just if you want, like we saw in the last one. I think it was the last one. But other than that, I absolutely love this boat. Really great job, and we'll move on to the next. Alrighty, here we have the Tamatoa crab boat. This one is by Lord Bison, and this looks like a really cool little one. And yes, it is indeed named after the giant crab from Moana. So let's go check it out. So we're just going to start at the back here. We got a bunch of little pots ready, some nice looking little buoys. It kind of looks like it's all in a simple way where we can just kind of throw everything off the back and keep on going. And we got nice little labels above them, which are actually named. So pod 5, pod 6, so very cool on that. We got controls up here, it looks like, so we'll check that all out afterwards. What do we got here? We got a little spot above we can go to. With some nice little angled pipes here, just using some pivots, and a nice little deck here where we can look around. So let's go back on down here. Let's push this. We got some equipment, so all the nice stuff that we might need. We got a hose, diesel only. We got, what was that? Pontoon access. Oh yes, so this is indeed a catamaran. So it's actually got little pontoons off of it, which I always forget because if you look at it from every other angle, it does not look like one. And then you look down the middle, and there it is. So very cool on that. We got some nice big engines through here, as well as some of the little hoppers. That was the word I was looking for earlier. Back there, I'm guessing this one's going to be similar. Yep. So we'll go ahead and come back up here. There's little ladders. We got some extra ropes and cables, as well as a little empty spot here. We can come in here. We do have a fuel max capacity there, as well as what we are at. Really nice looking interior here, and look at that. Everything's all labeled. What do we have here? Kitchen light, carburetor. That's awesome. I love that. I don't think I've actually ever seen that built into something. So that's awesome, just with some little sound buzzers on it. I love that. As well as like a little coffee maker thing, some really nice stuff here, and a cutting board. So I love the details here with all of the paint signs, as well as just on the walls, roof, and floor, and everything. Everything's really nice and labeled. You have a microcontroller here, but it's actually called floor tile, so really cool job on that. Everything is labeled and cleaned up, so this looks really nice. We got a downstairs as well. I got a crouch to come down here. We got some nice little lighting. Looks like you missed a couple of spots there with some paint, which is alright. We got nice little beds. We can have 2 people in here. Little bow access here with some more equipment. Close that up. And some little pontoon access from the front. So very cool. Let's go ahead and close that up. Close that up. There we go. And same on that side. So let's go and figure out driving this thing. Let's get the engines on. There we go. Port engine on. There we go. Got some generators there. We can go into generator mode, disables throttle. Yeah, that's alright. RPS, and we got our trim and our throttle. Really nice little angle display here as well. That's pretty cool. We got a nice little monitor here as well. What's that? Is that zooming? I'm guessing that's like a little zoom bar. What's that? We got, oh, map brightness. So we can go for 1. What is that? 0.1 to 0.9. Oh, wait, is that? 0 to 0.1. Ah, okay, there we go. So let's go with 0.5. There we go. Very cool. That's a really nice little detail you added in there, so I can have it really dark if I want to. I love that. I don't think I've actually seen a map brightness either. We got some lighting here. So we've got the active crab lights, navigation, and interior. Let's go ahead and turn the interior lights on. I forgot to do that while we were doing our little tour here. So you can see all of this, all the little details. What's that? Drop anchor. We're good on that. Space is emergency stop. Steering, throttle. We got a heading hold, disable man overboard system. And 3 is question mark. So, oh, he was telling me before he's got a question mark button. So we're going to see what that does. But let's get moving first. We'll just full throttle it out of here. There we go. Might need some trimming before we just automatically dump it. There we go. Is that our speed? No, where's our speed at? Oh, we got stuff up on the top too. Radio power, radio transmit, flares, so we won't mess with flares. Doesn't look like we have a speed, but we're going a pretty good little clip here. And oh, nope, I was wrong. We have a little display at the very top left of our screen that moves around with us. We got knots. We're going 24 knots and a heading. So very cool. Very good use of the little, what's that called? HUD? They have another word for it. But very cool. So let's go ahead and add some waves. Let's go up to 40%. We are doing fine. Steering's a little bit slow. We'll bring that back down. We are not tipping though. And oh, we're actually not at full speed either. 0.33, yeah, there we go. There we go. So we are, engine's definitely starting to rev up there, but we're also going nearly 40 knots, which we don't need to be doing. So go ahead and bring that down a little bit. There we go. Oh, not that. If we can go to 0 though, we can space and go to 0, which is really nice. Love that feature. And there we have it. So I think that's good on the walk around and stuff. Let's see if we can get this thing actually crabbing. Remote control buttons are toggleable. Okay, I don't think we need remote control for this. So we're just going to try it without. Let's see what we have here. Got stuff there. Okay, there's our work crane. So we can go ahead and extend that down, I think is what I have to do. Is it up, down, winch, up, down? There we go. All right. W and S is in and out. So I think this will be easy enough to do. We can pretty much just, is that, oh, okay, that's an electrical. Oh no! Ah! Come on, back to the light. There we go. All right. We got a little ladder here too, so I don't have to no-clip. That was a disaster right away. Let's go ahead and move that over and bring that up a touch. Stop grabbing. There we go. All right. Let's go ahead and disconnect you. And we'll bring you, nope, no. Is there buttons or something that I can disconnect these? Oh, there we go. Wait, is that it? We are on 1. Yay! There we go. I should look at things before I just start doing things, and oh my god, in the most inconvenient way possible. Let's disconnect that. Disconnect that. Let's bring you over. And up. There we go. Perfect. So we can just go through that ceiling. So that was easy enough. And there we go. Look at that. Now we can just yoink it overboard. And I think these will automatically go down whenever they're in the water. I think. And let's see. I want to make sure before I just let go. I'm just going to let go. Doop. Okay, I think I need to have remote control. So let's go ahead and set a frequency. Let's just do 2. There's 2. And let's go over here. And 1 sec, let me go so you do this again. Okay, so let's do button 6 arm pod. Okay, I think that's it. I think. Now we can do space, I think is what he said. Spacebar crane mag on off. Okay, so it's got a light now. So I know that that light is on, so I think it's activated. I think it's working. I think I probably had to do it before. We're definitely catching crabs, and I think it turns green whenever it's full. He does have lighting stuff on here. So let's go back up here. I'm not quite sure why it's not raising up. I'm definitely just doing something wrong. I'm definitely missing something, but we're just going to try lowering this again. I don't think we actually need to do the RC controls either. I don't think. No, because we actually have all of the options up here as well. So let's just go ahead and lower this. And we're going to try and catch this buoy again. I'm not entirely sure why it's not raising up. I'm glad this is heavy enough though where I can actually grab that again. That was close. It's still flashing. Let's just go ahead and bring this on in. We have indeed caught crabs. 5 is open crab pot. There we go. They are all disappearing. And there we have it. Now we can go ahead and lower that. Probably bring that back over there. We'll lower that a touch. Bring that over. Try and get this into a little bit more position without, oh god, destroying everything. It worked. I don't quite know why these didn't lower. I'm definitely just missing something there. It's going to be something right in front of me the entire time, so I'm sorry about that. But everything worked perfectly. Everything was like exactly where I wanted it to be every time I looked for anything. I absolutely loved the interior design. Yeah, not much else to really add to that. It all worked really well. Nice job. We'll go to the next. Alright, here's our next mission by Jack. This is the FB Blahval, I think. But that means blue whale. This thing looks absolutely packed with really nice details all over the place, so let's go check it out. So we're just at the back here, and we got some nice little tracks here for the crane to go all the way down, so we'll check that all out after. I do believe that this uses the same or similar stability system that Exit's boat uses, so we're going to be hugging the water, which will be pretty nice. Let's see, let's go ahead and get some lights on. So I don't actually know how to get up anywhere, so we're just going to run around. There we go. Let's see where lights are. So your system's on. Ooh, lovely little loading screen there. Exterior spotlights, nav lights. Let's do deck lights. There we go. Alright, let's go back and we'll actually do interior. So we've got the really nice little helm here. Nice little table here. Really nice little details here with like the rotated monitors and stuff. What do we have here? Sound general alarm. We won't do that. Let's see. Oh, we got a nice little deck area here with some control handle for, I'm guessing, the crane, as well as a little roof access here. So many really nice details here on the roof. A lot of really subtle but well done XML, so I love that. Even just like the rotated spotlights, just a little bit. Just a bunch of really nice little details. So we'll go ahead and hop back on down here. I do like the little deck on this side, that's pretty cool. Let's go back down here. I really like this too. We're kind of hidden in here. It looks like a really small boat from everywhere else, but it's actually quite large. We also got some really nice little winches here, so some buttons there, and more nice detailing everywhere. Really nice job on the XML here. We got little access here, so we can go ahead and jump overboards. Really nice little wheels there too. Those actually look awesome. With the little fuel manifolds on them, that looks pretty cool. Let's see, we got, what's back here? Nice, we got a little rotated fluid port for some details, electrical circuit breaker, sound general alarm, we won't do that. Really nice little detail though, this looks awesome. This is like a really realistic little kind of nook. We got a little life preserver thing there, winch, and some just tires and things. So really nice industrial look already. Some more equipment back here. We'll come in here. Nice little stairway here, and oh, that's up to the bridge there, I believe. Yep. And let's see, we got, oh, this is the head. This is the famous bathroom. It is incredibly small. He looks like he might have already used it and forgotten to flush, and we got an empty little spot there. So really nice use of small amount of room here. We got a little room up here in the front. Nice little handle there. Nice and angled. We got a little seat, and he is indeed playing Stormworks on his little computer here. So really cool little detail there with the paint. It looks like we can't move around in there, so a little bit tight in here. Nice XML seat as well. So we can go ahead and close that up and make our way down even more. Really nice little kitchen here. This is a really small, really well done little fridge. This looks kind of like an even smaller version of my fridge at my parents' place. It looks exactly like this. It's the worst. It's just looks over functionality, but it looks really cool. We got some nice little burners here. Let's go ahead and get the light on this. Got some nice details, a little hood vent thing there. Really cool. And another nice little seat. What's that? Maintenance hatch. So many really good details here. So that's a little water jet. Some more seats here. Kind of cool to put a little maintenance hatch there for it. Come up forwards. We got kind of more maintenance hatch area there. We got bunks. Nice. Go ahead and close that. That's the general alarm again. We got a little clock and a really nice little engine room here. I love this. We got like a little workshop area here. I like the kind of ribs around the room. It kind of feels like we're in a submarine. And then really nice details all along. So it is really cool being able to see the engine on the side here, and that has some really nice little XML details on it as well. So it all actually looks angled and everything. So I believe that's all. So let's go ahead and make our way up here. And we gotta crouch to get up there. We'll close that up so I don't fall down, and we'll get in the helm. And another thing to possibly set some people off, this is an even width boat. Look at that. We got a 2-block center, so that might trigger some people. But really nice detailing all along as well. I love the paint scheme, the little logo at the front, and the bow shape and everything looks really awesome. As well as that little crane kind of angling out. So really cool. So let's go and get driving here. We got a nice little compass there as well. Turn on engine ignition. RPS is really nice and stable. We've got a fuel percentage. I like percentages. That's always fun. We got a nice little map here as well. Looks like we just got zoom in-y and outy. We got some keypads here, heading hold, autopilot, and throttles. There we go. And we got an engine throttle as well, so we'll just rev that all the way up, and we'll get it driving. Nice little stable acceleration here. Nice little flag up there as well. Ooh, steer's nice and tight. Let's go ahead and turn on 40% wind here. There we go. We can slow down a touch. Perfect. Yes, we're handling that well. No concerns there whatsoever. We're not even moving. We're just following the water perfectly with that stability, so I love that. Big fan of that system. Yeah, we got a little horn. There we go. Engine ignition on 1, push to talk, and deploy/raise anchor. Perfect. So this drives really well. We'll go ahead and lower our throttle here. And looks like we go right into reverse there as well. So let's go ahead and bring that to 0, bring that to 0, and we'll go ahead and leave the engine on while we are here. Nice. I like the little deck light things too. I like push buttons with a little light. That always feels a little bit more kind of fancy. We got a really nice little window here as well. So this is a really, like, everything on this boat has a really good functionality to it, which is really nice. And look at this. This whole entire screen pivots out, which is really awesome. I love that. Looks like you might have forgotten a paint block there though, buddy. Let's see. So we got pot number, we got set autopilot to main pot. So we can actually set and change which pot we go to, and then I can press this button and we'll actually go to that pot. So I don't even have to back up to it. So let's go ahead and drop these overboard. I believe we just released them. We can go ahead and keep on deck lights. The deck lights back here are perfect too. They're not crazy bright so you can't see anything, but you can still work and actually use them. So we can do raise pot platform. Let's do that. Wait for those to go all the way up. Those are nice looking buoys as well, and pots. Nice detailing all through there. And let's go ahead and release 1 and 2. We might only pick up 1. There we go. So they've got lights to indicate how full they are. There we go. Those are just going to be chilling down there for a little bit. They got labels as well, so we can actually see which one is 1 and which one is 2, which is very useful. You can hear them playing around a little bit. Let's go see it. Look at those. Those are filling up quick. Come back up. Alright. So, let's go up here again. I love moving along that little bow. That's so fun. So we can go here, we can go ahead and move that out a little bit more, and let's see, that is left and right, so I think we have to get right over it. So we'll go ahead and come over here, and we will select, which pot do we want? We'll do 1, and is that how you change it? Set main? Oh, we got fill levels here as well, super cool. So we got all the information we would ever need on this thing. Let's do set autopilot to main pot. Oh, there we go. So we can change which one is which. So this side is that. And those are both yelling at us that it's full. And I think we have to control the throttle on our own. Is what he was saying. Oh, and there we go. We've got the little location here. So it actually shows where our pots are. So super cool on that. Really nice little details. So we are indeed driving around. I love that little panel as well. That's really nice. I'm not sure if it's going to auto back us up or anything into it. Not yet tried it. Nice little side crane there as well. I'm just going to back us up on my own. Set that into the negatives. I need like a little backup camera almost. I can kind of see out that window actually. We'll do a beautiful job backing right up into this thing. Alright. There we go. So let's go ahead and cut that. Let's go down here. And actually we need to go up here. I'm just going to no clip. We'll go ahead and move that over. Now I gotta go get a cable. Doop. And connect. We'll go with that one to there. Oh, cool, so it's automatically winching up the buoy, or not the buoy, the pots from the buoy. I believe it's what's happening. Yeah, there we go. So we'll go ahead and bring this up a little bit. We'll bring that over to the right. Perfect. And we'll bring this up. We just drag this baby right on board. And now we just do space, release crabs. I should maybe do it a little bit slower. But we are indeed releasing. We're making a bit of a mess. Alright, there we go. So now we can just bring this back, I believe. Oh, not that. Which one is it? And bring that over this way. Bring that over here. And bring this up. And then I believe, I don't actually know where the connector is on it. Yeah, I don't remember. Oh, there it is. So we got the track on that side, so maybe some little finagling there, and we can probably bring that actually down. There's crabs everywhere. We can go ahead and do that. We can lower that. Where's my deck at? There it is. And we can go ahead and bring this up, up, up. Oh, I think we have to pull it. I think it goes up a little bit more. But I think we're a little bit rotated here. So either way, we know that works. So really cool, really easy design. We got the other crane there as well, so we can go grab the other one if we want. But really cool job, Jack. This looks absolutely awesome. The visuals on it are amazing. The details are awesome. And the pots functioned amazingly. I love that whole system with the gantry crane and everything. So great job. We'll move on to the next. Alright, here we have the FV Tideturner. This is by Fire Dude, and unfortunately this one is not finished in time for the challenge. But he did upload it for the challenge, so we're still going to go over it, but you have to understand that it is not yet finished. So we're just started at the back here. Definitely a little bit more simple just because it is not finished. Pretty plain on a lot of details and things, but hopefully the main functionality is all still here. Let's go ahead into the cabin here. We got all the main systems on. We got really nice little kind of monitor displays here. We got bridge systems and autopilot we don't need. Really nice little screens here. Let's see what's downstairs. We can go ahead and crouch. We got a nice little interior here. We can do the, what was that, bedroom door. So we got a nice little bedroom in here with a little stove. Go ahead and close that up. Oh, I thought I saw a button back there. We got the nice big engine here. Go ahead and turn on the ignition. Go ahead and turn that down a touch. So let's go ahead and hop on back upstairs. Again, not as much to go over just because this one is not finished yet. Hopefully it does get finished because it looks pretty cool. So we can go ahead and add some engine throttle. There we go. I do like the design though, and I do like the paint colors. I don't know if you're meaning for it to be white at the end or not, but I kind of like it. Really nice little logo there on the side as well. As well as a little blue bridge. Got a nice little sonar thing up there spinning around. Steering and everything feels pretty right. So let's go ahead and try it in the 40 knot winds. Nobody has failed this so far. There we go, we are good. Perfect. So let's go ahead and come to a stop. We won't mess around with that. We'll do, oh, there we go. I didn't see these lights on the other side, my bad. I would have turned those on for the tour. So let's see, I think we just got a crane and we just load and unload them, and it looks like they're all connected to this buoy. So that is off. Oh, okay, it's got, is that connected? Oh no, it's got that disconnected, alright. So let's, I don't quite know if we just grab the buoy and kind of yoink it all overboard or what. What's this? Winch in, winch out. Oh, okay, that's for my crane. Oh, okay, so we can't extend it. There we go. Up, down arrow. So let's go ahead and extend that. That's a nice crane. That goes really far out. So I think what we can do is just connect that to that pretty much, and then kind of just send it all overboard. And we can do release brake. Release pots, maybe? No, we'll do that. We'll connect them, and then we'll just kind of push them all overboard, maybe. Doop, 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 doo. Maybe we want to keep that connected there? I don't know. We send that overboard. Go on. Doop. There we go. Maybe we can connect that there. Oh. Let's go back up here. We got the little ladder. Oh, we got a nice little spot there as well we can play around with. Let's go ahead and bring that over to the side, maybe. And that is good. We got our little buoy up top and all of that. Let's go ahead and maybe bring this up. We got some buttons on the side of this as well, so we'll see what those do. Oh, not that. In. There we go. Retract buoys. There we go. Alright, let's bring that over before they all get pulled. Wait for those all to come up. Alright, there we go. So we'll go ahead and bring these all a little bit higher now. That one did kind of extend a little bit more, so hopefully we can kind of push it up on top here. Just a little bit. There we go. Alright, perfect. And oh no, I went the other way now. So we'll bring those back. Bring that up, up, up a little bit more. See if I can jolt it up. Okay, now I gotta catch it. Oh my god. So just kind of going back and forth here. I'm just gonna disconnect this top one then. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and bring that over here a little bit. Lower it. We'll push it onto the track. Go on. Ah. There we go. Get on, get on, get on. Is it the other way? I might have to rotate it a little bit more. I keep falling off the back though. Go on. Get into place. There. You have to be that direction. Right there. I'm going to lower you a little bit more. I don't think the lower winch works. There. Alright, is my button not pressed? That should be connected, shouldn't it? There we go. Alright, now it's connected. So let's go ahead and do not release brakes. And we'll go ahead and grab that. Oh, I got a rope in my hands. We'll go ahead and connect that there. And let's go ahead and just attach that for now. And we will release brakes. Push that all the way to the corner. And not release pots. That's not what I want to do. Connect that there. And actually, I think we need... Do we need this? Oh no, I don't know how we drop all of the crabs out, but we got the spot for that, but I don't want to spend too much time on this just because it is pretty unfinished, but really great job on this. We'll move on to the next one. I really hope you can finish this one because it has a lot of potential and looks really cool. Definitely a little bit rough around the edges though, so great build though, and we'll move on to the next. Alright, this is the FV Northerner. This one is by Smebbles, aka Renslip Neo on Steam. So let's go and check it out on the back here. Alright, so we're just starting at the back here. We got some nice little buoys on the side. We got some nice little crab pots here. These are pretty cool. They got a little cage around them. Looks like we probably control the crane from this side. There's some nice little different colors of paint tones to all of this everywhere, which is really nice. Adds a little bit more detail everywhere. Let's see, we got crab counter per pot. I don't know what that's for. Looks like we got an anchor on the port side here, which we can control here. So not much else on the deck here. We got some equipment everywhere. Nice little window there. So let's go on inside. Come up here to the bridge. We'll go ahead and close that door up. Let's see if I can find some lights here. Oh, we got lights on buttons. So we'll turn on interior and backlights. There we go. Nice little table back here. Some seating. And looks like we got a little downstairs here as well. Let's see, light, so we'll go ahead and turn on the lights. We got a window here just looking at the sidewall of the ship. Nice little details here with all the paint coloring though, that's really nice. We got some showering. We got a little stove here. Some nice little light ups there for the stove. Damn it, Pengu, you didn't clean the spaghetti. Yep, it is making a mess in the microwave. Really nice job kind of labeling everything. That's really nice. We got a nice little sink. We got some quarters here. We got a little light. Again, nice work on the paint everywhere. That looks nice, just changing it up a little bit everywhere. We got more seating here, or not seating, we got more beds here. So we can have a worthy crew. We got engine access. We can come down here. Oh, it's a full-sized room. So there we go. A lot of pipes and stuff, all for the stability, I'm guessing here. And hopefully we can make our way. Oh yeah, there we go. Back here to the engines here, where we got all the generators and stuff like that. Some pre-made engines and the battery. So let's go ahead and come back up to the front and get this thing a-driving. Let's make our way around those pipes. There we go. All right. There we go. Uh-oh. All right, there we go. Perfect. Let's go up the ladder. And there we go. So to start it, we just hold this. We got to hold it for a little while to actually start up the other engine as well. And it looks like we're just starting to move right away. Do we have to... There we go. Yeah, it looks like we just kind of start to move right away, which is a little bit weird. So there we go. So we can go ahead and increase that throttle. Probably should do it a little bit less than that right off the bat. Probably could use a little bit of trim or something. Nice big Canadian flag off the top. I like those lights up top as well. I gotta turn that down. I don't know why that reset on me. But yeah, definitely need a little bit of trim or to limit this throttle, because at full throttle right now, we're nosed way up. And that's a little bit of an issue. So yeah, I definitely do that. Limit it a little bit. We're going 5 meters a second. So we'll go ahead and cut that down. And oh, it actually looks like we have some trim. Oh, W and S is trim. So we can go ahead and trim it. So we might have to do that. There we go. Alright. Glad I saw that. So we got some trim. There we go. So that's a lot more stable now. Let's see how quickly. I don't know meters a second. But let's go ahead and turn on the 40% wind. There we go. It looks like we are handling it pretty well. Alright, we'll go ahead and turn that off. And we will go ahead and... Oh, I'm not used to W and S being trim. Normally it's throttles. So I just keep pressing trim instead of that, and we nosed up. So let's go ahead and do this. So crane, a bunch of stuff here. Oh, there we go. So we can go up, down, left, right, all of that. So all we have to do now is we connect a rope. Are these all empty? Yeah, they are. I need a rope. There's one. We might be able to take them from the buoys as well. I don't know. So we can go ahead and connect that to there. And I don't know if these are just kind of sitting here or not, if we can just pick them up. I'm going to say that they probably are, but I don't know. So let's go ahead and do up. Yep, there we go. Perfect. We can go ahead and we'll move it over on this side. Oh, not that. Move it way on out. There we go. Oh, we're tipping a little bit. We'll go ahead and do down. And we got to lower this all the way down to the bottom. And then we switch it off from the crane to a buoy. Alright, there we have it. We are at the bottom. So now we can go ahead and, oh, maybe we'll just move that in like that. Oh. And then we got the buoys here, so we can just go that to that, and then maybe just disconnect that. And throw that overboard. I might just keep a rope connected on that for now, just so I don't lose it. But there we go. Perfect. So it floats nicely. We got the little pot there, so that's easy enough. Works well. So we'll come up here now, and we will bring this up. Oh, not that. There we go. All right. We'll do winch up now. And actually, we probably have to replace this with the buoy. So let's go ahead and do that. We can connect just to that temporarily. We can bring this over here. That might just chill there for a second. We'll connect that back over here. And we'll be bringing this up now. Hopefully full of crabs. Yep, look at all those little legs poking up. We'll go, oh, Jesus. We'll go ahead and go up a little bit more and move this in. Like that. That's a nice little crane. So we'll do that, I think, and we'll lower it. Oh, look at that. Went right into place. That was impressive. Let's see. Just push this over a little bit more. There we go. So now it's right back into its spot. We can go ahead and push that a little bit more. Pot storage winch. Not quite sure what that is. Oh, that's the things here. I don't think we need that right now. And then I'm not quite sure if there's a release or not for all of these. Presumably there is, but I didn't see it on the crane or anything, so I don't know if we just have to do this by hand or not. But either way, it works really well, so great job on that, Smibbles. Like the little details of paint along the hull. That all looks really nice, and along the bridge. Nice little interior decoration on the interior. I liked that a lot. And the pots worked really well, so we'll go on to our last submission now. Alright, here for our final submission. This is the CCGS S Dudka. This is by Lego Man, and let's get into it. So we're on the back here, no workshop description. This is another one that is not fully finished yet. So hopefully all of these ones can get finished up because they all have a lot of potential and look really cool. I'm a big fan of this bow and this hull shape. It looks pretty cool, especially with the bridge there. It really goes into it really nicely, so I'm a big fan of that. Yeah, it looks awesome. So let's go on inside. We got a nice little life preserver thing here. Very basic on interior. It's not done yet, but we do have a nice little cabin up here. Some seating and stuff here. Let's see if we can get some lights on. There is nothing here, so we'll just come down here, and that looks like maybe it. So we'll go ahead and do this. One is the engine, and hopefully we'll go. Pressing W and S. So, oh, there's a throttle here. There we go. Oh my god. There we go. Kind of jumped it into action there. Perfect. There we go. So we do have a speed sensor here. So we're going 9 knots, about 9.5. So that's a pretty good speed. We turn really nicely too. I'm a big fan of that. I do really like this bridge shape and everything with that bow. That looks pretty cool. So we'll go ahead and try it in 40 knot winds. It's pretty low too, so it should be pretty good. Yeah, we're not having any trouble with wind. So we'll go ahead and stop it here. Bring that down to nothing. And let's go try and get out here. There we go. Alright. So we got a crane here. We just got buttons on the side of it. So we can go ahead and probably connect that to there. Oh. Does that not connect to that? Oh, it's already got one there. Where is that one? Oh, that just connects there. Where's that one? Oh, they're crisscrossed. Okay, so let's connect that. Let's just get rid of that. We'll only do one. And so we can take that, disconnect that, take that, connect that there. Alright, there we go. And the back is just under a little bit of water here. None of these are labeled or anything. And we can go and send that all the way out. There we go. Let that go to the very bottom there. Alright, there we go. Go ahead and turn that off. We'll let it go for a little bit. I can already see little crabs in there, so we'll go ahead and lift it all the way up now. Hopefully that doesn't get caught on the back there. Looks like we've also got a little digital display there. I don't know what that is. Maybe fuel? Oh, no, it starts with coal inside, so that's a little bit of an issue. So we definitely don't want coal in there. But now we have it up. And we can go ahead and stop that. We can bring this in. And probably, there we go. now it all goes down. So great little build. Yeah, definitely unfinished. A lot of work needs to be done on it to just clean it up a little around the edges. The crabbing worked really well. That crane was easy enough to use. A lot of labeling not done, almost anything, none of the interior, so not too much to go over on this one. But I think it'll have a lot of potential if you keep working on it, so hopefully I can see some pictures of it finished up and even a link whenever it's all done in the Discord. So we'll move on. Alright, the time has come where we must announce a winner. So again, just so you all remember, I mentioned this at the start of the video, but that was a long time ago. We are indeed adding what I came up with for my points, going through the curriculum of what I listed for this challenge, and we are adding what I came up with for your build to however many votes you got on the Discord, so that the users have a little bit more of a say of who won, and it's not as much just on my shoulders to say who won and who didn't. This was a super cool challenge. We got so many really awesome submissions. I'm really stoked for this. I cannot wait for the next challenge. And I hope to see all of you participate in that one as well, because you're all such great builders and it's so cool to get to go and see all of your different styles and stuff and kind of compare them and what works and what doesn't. And overall, this was actually a pretty close challenge. We had a lot of very high scoring builds on this challenge. So great job, everybody who submitted. Thank you guys for supporting my challenges, and we'll go and announce the winner now. Do you want to know? Do you really want to know who won this challenge? Who won the $25 gift card? Well, I'll tell you. Ta-da! It was Jack. He won. He got a lot of points on the Discord. I think he got 13 votes for him, which does actually count for quite a lot. I really loved your build, Jack. It had so many really nice details, but also worked phenomenally in just about everything. So great job. Great job, everybody who submitted. Can't wait to see everybody's submissions next challenge, and I'll get working on some rules and all of that for that one. So thank you everybody again. If you could thumbs up the video and do all of that fun stuff so I get a little bit out of this, that would be great. Make sure to share these challenges with your friends if they are interested in joining, and we'll see you all next time.